BBC's Katya Adler has pointed out the EU's very unusual move as Michel Barnier will not be briefing leaders on Brexit today. Brexit negotiations have taken place in Brussels this week and are due to come to an end later today. But the latest round of talks will not conclude in the usual manner, as the EU's chief negotiator Michel Barnier will not be holding a press conference updating leaders of any progress. European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen will hold the briefing instead, while Mr. Barnier meets with his UK counterpart Lord Frost. Katya Adler, the BBC's Europe editor, has pointed out this difference and notes it is very unusual. She wrote on Twitter last night, "I'm told Michel Barnier will not be briefing EU leaders about #Brexit at their Brussels summit tomorrow. European Commission Press will hold the briefing while M. Barnier meets UK Chief Negotiator David Frost. No Barnier presser planned, be unusual after negotiating weeks. It is likely the switch-up has taken place following the European Commission's decision to launch legal against the UK. The EU made the move after Britain refused to ditch plans to override sections of the withdrawal agreement. The bloc had demanded the government remove sections of the Internal Market Bill, which outlines the changes to the Brexit deal. But Boris Johnson did not make any changes by the EU's Wednesday deadline. In response, Ms. von der Leyen sent a letter of formal notice, marking the first step in an infringement procedure. The legal action could eventually lead to a court case against the UK at the European Court of Justice, the EU's top court. The EU chief said the UK would have until the end of November to respond to the EU's concerns over the draft legislation. She said, "This draft bill is by its very nature a breach of the obligation of good faith laid down in the withdrawal agreement." The deadline lapsed yesterday. The problematic provisions have not been removed, therefore the Commission has decided this morning to send a letter of formal notice to the UK government. A government spokesman said they would respond to the letter in due course. But despite the dispute over the plans to change the withdrawal agreement, post-Brexit trade talks went ahead as planned this week. Cabinet Minister Michael Gove has told MPs progress had been made during this week's talks. The two sides have just under 2 weeks to reach an agreement, in order to ensure a deal is in place by the time the transition period ends on December 31. Mr. Johnson will speak to Ms. von der Leyen on Saturday to take stock of the current Brexit negotiations and discuss the next steps, a Downing Street spokesman has said.